Unprecedented in peacetime, military commanders summoned at short notice from U.S. bases across the globe to hear from the man Washington now calls its Secretary of War, Pete Hegseth. This was a combative speech vowing to restore a warrior culture to the U.S. military and scrap what Hegseth called the woke policies of the past.
For too long, we've promoted too many uniformed leaders for the wrong reasons, based on their race, based on gender quotas, based on historic so-called firsts. We've pretended that combat arms and non-combat arms are the same thing. We've weeded out so-called toxic leaders under the guise of double-blind psychology assessments, promoting risk-averse, go-along-to-get-along conformists instead. You name it, the department did it. Foolish and reckless political leaders set the wrong compass heading, and we lost our way. We became the woke department, but not anymore. When I look out at this group,
Hegseth called out some generals who have been dismissed by name and doubled down on his controversial views on women in the military.
When it comes to any job that requires physical power to perform in combat, those physical standards must be high and gender neutral. If women can make it, excellent. If not, it is what it is. If that means no women qualify for some combat jobs, so be it.
Hegseth called for stricter physical standards and fitness tests for enlisted soldiers, whether they're in the field or work at a desk. U.S. President Donald Trump, Commander-in-Chief, in a long and mostly political speech, echoed his controversial Secretary of War, recalling the past and pledging to support the military in the future.
Together we're reawakening the warrior spirit, and this is a spirit that won and built this nation, and from the cavalry that tamed the Great Plains to the ferocious, unyielding power of Patton Bradley and the great General Douglas MacArthur. These are all great men. In this effort, we're a team, and so my message to you is very simple. I am with you, I support you, and as president, I have your backs 100%.
However, the U.S. military has faced cuts in the senior ranks recently, with women and officers of color controversially sacked and staff positions at the Pentagon cut. Trump's Department of War is also set to release its new national defense strategy, which will reportedly focus on an America First agenda, concentrating more on hemispheric security rather than traditional areas of attention, Europe, the Middle East, and Asia. The Trump administration is asking allies to pay more for their own defense, while the U.S. focuses on shipbuilding, missile defense technology, and overhauling its nuclear forces. For a self-described president of peace and his Secretary of War, this unconventional gathering of top brass perhaps a signal of the seriousness of the message being conveyed. Karina Mitchell, CGTN.